I have been waiting for the Gen 4 remakes for such a long time. When I uploaded my Most Wanted features video, the official trailers for the remakes had just come out, and I wasn't impressed by the visuals and direction of BDSP, as I wanted a fully reimagined 3D Gen 4 experience. But that was back in February. Now the games have come out, so let's find out how they hold up. I'll start with the negatives first, then end the year off with some positives. Game Freak, Ilka, or whoever decided to go for a 1-to-1 remake picked the very safe option while reserving the more creative and new ideas for Legends Arceus. Because of that, I can't really hate on these games for the most part. Pokémon Platinum is my favorite game of all time, so obviously I'm gonna love playing through the Sinnoh region again, regardless if they haven't changed anything or not. And although I still prefer the full-size 3D models of characters, some of the chibi models look fine, for example the main characters, and I did find myself eventually getting used to them. But damn, when I first put on that platinum clothes and entered battle to see the full 3D model, I had to just take a second and just appreciate everything. But anyway, I have two main problems with this game. First of all, I get it's a 1-to-1 remake, but I'm so disappointed that they didn't add the upgrades to areas, spawns in the wild, and everything else Platinum improved upon from the originals. It feels so cheap walking into the resort area knowing that in Platinum there was this big villa where this rock is, or not having a proper Distortion World event for Giratina, or not having the Hidden Ruler, especially since I wrote and voice recorded a guide for it before launch because I was expecting it to be in there. Freaking... How to find the Hidden Ruler in Pokémon BDSP and Platinum. You'll need a few things. You just find yourself asking, why not just add these improvements since it's usually a better version of the original DP design anyway? Especially as some towns seem so useless otherwise, like the fight or resort area. But if you've never played Platinum version, you won't really know the difference. My second problem with the game is that they didn't really do much to the models of the Pokemon. At this point, I've been seeing the same static poses in every single game since X and Y in 2013. I'm not saying make a new model, just change their poses or add some life to them, especially since they only included the original 493 Pokemon from Platinum. They even did this for some Pokemon in the Pokédex to make them resemble their original sprites. Why not add some of those new model positions in battle instead of the same ones in every single game for the past 7 years? It honestly ruined some Pokemon for me. For example, I want to use Salamence, but he looks so doped in battle compared to his Pokédex stance. Also, give some life to the starters and main legendaries of the game. They didn't really do much to change their feel from past versions. Add a glow to the 4 legendary Pokemon, or just do something to make them not feel so stiff and plain. Also, many people complained about the game being very easy, and at this point I just try handicapping myself when playing. For example, I used my first ever team I made back when I played Platinum all those years ago. Even though it didn't have the best type matchup, I did find myself blitzing through the game. Until I reached the Elite Four. I made it a rule of thumb not to use revives during battle, and I also went in there with 5 Pokemon only since I had Giratina originally. And honestly, Cynthia was still very hard. Her Swords Dance Garchomp sweeps any team with 1 usage of Swords Dance if you don't have a super effective move to take it out beforehand. So it's nice to know that they kept a little bit of the original difficulty in there. But again, still an easy game overall. But the items and catching them all still takes a long grind if that's what you're looking for. Other than that, I've been loving my time with these games. I've been having one of the most fun experiences with a Pokemon game in a long time. Again, super biased opinion since It is my favorite generation and region, and I'm not going to sit here and recite all the problems of a game originally made back in 2007. And the new additions of the Grand Underground and Ramos Park, or whatever it's called, is a good way to keep the players from needing other previous games to complete the Pokédex. It's been such a fun time trading with friends version exclusives and just generally helping each other out with the Pokédex, as well as experiencing the Sinnoh region again with my first original team. It just feels so nice being back in my favorite era of Pokemon. And I understand that if you didn't grow up with these games or have a connection to Gen 4, these will just be another throwaway title that are way too easy to beat. But I always feel like jumping back in every time to complete more of the game and hopefully get the 5 trainer stars I never got in the original. As I was going through the main story, I would recall more memories of what I did in my first playthrough in Platinum. Things like getting the move Surf from this old lady in Celestial Town. Back in 2009, I either didn't know how to read or just skipped the dialogue, so I spent 1 month looking everywhere for Surf, asking friends how they got it, until I finally decided to use the internet, which I barely knew how to use back then, only to find that it was in my bag the whole time. Which is why my finish date is so far from my start date. And also I could only play on weekends back then, but anyway. And just all the NPCs, item locations, and music has made this the biggest nostalgia hit I've ever had. I have the most memorabilia from this generation, and it's been a blast to look back at them when I'm so much older. Now, is a 1-to-1 remake worth exchanging for a fully reimagined 3D Gen 4 experience? I don't think so, but at this point we won't ever get that, so I'm just appreciating what we did get. Legends Arceus is where they're putting most of their creative ideas and effort into, though most of that map is just forests, bushes, and landscapes, so it's not exactly the same as what we know as Sinnoh. So I expect that to be less of a nostalgia shot and more of a new Pokemon experience. But we'll see when that game comes out. Until then, let me know what you thought of BDSP in the comments, whether you're a player of the originals or a first timer. Also, this year has been crazy for my YouTube channel. We had a strong start with the Cyberpunk video, and since then, I've gained quite a bit of subscribers and views from the other content I made throughout the year. Not only that, I'm happy that I managed to post as much as I did while finishing my final year of university. And although I didn't achieve my personal goal of 1,000 subs by the end of this year, and views being a bit short recently, mostly due to my lack of uploading from a busy schedule, I'm confident that we can achieve that by the end of next year. And what better way to end the year with a review of a new version of my favorite game. So thank you guys for making this year such a successful one on this platform. I'll be back sometime next year with new videos, so I'll see you then. This has been the Hero of Sinnoh. Thanks for watching. But if you never have played, goddamn, Game Freak, or not having the hidden ruler, especially since I wrote a voice and views being a bit short recently, mostly due to, god damn it.